Before the mid-60s, Americans had never heard the term SUV, but the Ford Motor Company changed all that. In 1966, the new Bronco was an instant hit when it first rolled off the assembly line. Now, a group of craftsmen in this small shop is looking to rekindle that 50-year-old spark. They're bringing new life to an original Bronco and giving it modern-day technology underneath. Their mission? Make an American legend even better. Welcome to another edition of Brand New Muscle Car. Here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we've seen a team start with nothing but the sheet metal body from a 1966 Ford Bronco, 53 years old, much like the ones you see here. Slowly but surely, they've built it to look even better than it did when it rolled off the assembly line in 1966, at least on the outside. Now it's time for the Brand New Muscle Car crew to turn their focus inward. As you can imagine, the standards of comfort and style have changed a lot in 5 decades, so now the challenge is to give the Bronco a modern interior while still paying homage to the original.
Today we're here with Brandon, of course, Scott from Integrity. We're going to do the interior on the Bronco. We're going to do carpet, seats, dash, door panels, hardwood floors in the back, which is going to be really interesting. Put in a roll cage. We're going to make this thing look incredible. Scott, what do you think?
I say we break this out and see what we got to work with.
Now, I haven't looked at this, so we're going to have to figure this thing out.
Well, let's get it going.
The nice thing about this Bronco carpet is it's got a rubber backing, so it's made to take a little bit of moisture.
What you want to do is get that side fit first. The driver's side's the more important side. Where's our front shifter?
Yeah, got to get under the AC.
Okay, that's cool. I always try not to cut anything till I absolutely have to.
Right.
We can put a slice in that, but we can't get that.
We'd have to unhook the cables.
I can just do that. All this will be covered once we put the box in and our separating trim.
Right, and the seats and...
Yeah.
Okay. Do the shifter? The shifter.
So we do the same thing as we did in the middle and roll it to the back. And this one has insulation on it. So what we got to do is get this insulation off. All right. We know we have a boot that'll cover all that. So we wanted to put our little X cut right here. We don't need to get where we have full access to the shifter right now. We just want to get to this point. That way we know what all we have to cut, how far up the firewall this carpet can go with this AC unit under the dash here. The carpet's not going to go where it originally did. And then what I'll do is put a relief cut right about here, just to give me an idea. I can always cut more later. So now we have a basic line out of where our carpet's going to sit. All right, well, we got everything pretty close in place where we need to at this point of the process, so.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I think we're
kind of folded right in there. I didn't think it would with the big company.
How's that shifter going to look, the transfer case? Lay down okay?
Down right there.
All right, not bad. Scott's been our interior guy for going on 15 years, long time. And he said, what do you want on the console? I said, give me something cool. And that's all I got to say to Scott. That's pretty rare with employees, vendors, where you can trust them that much and pretty much know it's going to look great.
Me and him were talking, if we make a box and we bring it up, something like this, come up to about right here.
Yeah.
And then incorporate the wood floor somewhere on it, that way it draws the whole wood.
Oh, some kind of wood trim or something?
maybe right down the middle up to the boot.
To the boot.
Do the top in wood and do the sides in carpet?
That's what that way it draws the wood throughout the truck.
I could get my wood ninja skills on. We're really lucky. Actually, we're blessed. We have great people here. We have great people at the resto shop. I trust them. They have skills. They have talent. Years and years of experience. And I mean, I just couldn't be happier with the crew we have. Everybody gets along. Everybody enjoys their job. Everybody loves cars. That's what I look for in an employee, is somebody that really, this isn't a job, it's an adventure. That's what we jokingly say all the time. And we all love cars, and we look for that in people.
I just really like working at the restoration shop and doing the cars. It's a lot better than a desk job for me, pushing paper and stuff, because you actually have something that you did yourself, and it's rewarding in that way to just be able to do things like that and get paid for it. Yeah, it's just real satisfying. It seems like people don't really realize what goes into these cars. There's a lot of pieces that you put together, and you can't be off more than a couple of millimeters by the time you're done. And if you get off on the first part, it starts magnifying and getting worse as the project goes. So you really got to be on top of the game to get everything perfect all the way through the car, so all your panels line up and everything. And then once it's done and it's painted and the interior's put in and stuff, it really starts coming together, and you start feeling proud that you did something like that not a lot of people can do. Every part that we get, a lot of times it doesn't fit just right, so you have to customize that part to make it fit. You know, to me, that's the only way to do a car. I don't like seeing cars that are almost there or people take shortcuts, because you can notice the shortcuts. If you enjoy doing it, you're gonna get into it and notice little things and take that extra time to do it right.
Coming up, we look at a timeless Bronco that's being preserved for the ages. And the crew continues chipping away at the interior when Brand New Muscle Car returns.
Brand New Muscle Car Classic Bronco is brought to you by Plant Type, the clamp making tool. Silver Sport Transmissions, overdrive transmission kits everyone loves, delivered with pride. And by Exalta Coating Systems, we paint winners.
It's a 1967 Ford Bronco. It's peacock blue. It's original paint from Northern California, Redding. It's a September build, so it's got a lot of early 66 parts still on it. It's got 66 bumpers, 66 tailgate, and a 66 roof that were left over to this 1967 model year. I found it on eBay. I wanted to find one that had all the options on it and was all decked out and in a good color and wasn't cut and lifted. It was sun faded, and I buffed it and cleaned it up, but that's about all I've done to it so far. And got it mechanically running because it was sitting for quite a while. I'm gonna leave it just the way it is, patina that everybody loves, and I'm not gonna do nothing but preserve it for the future. Especially a vehicle like this, it's only one owner. It was his hunting rig back then. You can see the gun rack in it. And you get a feel of what it was like to drive something with manual brakes, manual steering, and a manual trans, 3 on the tree. It really takes you back. They're all being modified right now, so I want to keep a few of them that are unmodified and preserved just the way they were. You can see just how the paint was done at the factory and just how exactly they were rolled off the assembly line in '67. I got 7 in my collection, but I'm really lucky to have the trifecta. I've got a Sport UN4, I've got a 71 Baja Bronco by Strop, and a 74 Ranger unrestored. I'm the king.
All right, Scott, so the next thing is let's put the dash in. So what we had to do was, check this out, Omar and them took 2 dashes from our friends at Raybuck, original one and a flat plain one, and we combined them because we wanted some of both. So we chopped them up, made a custom dash, custom defrost vents, the whole deal. Okay, Omar, let's see the sexy side, come on. There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that. So the original Bronco had 1 gauge over here with all the readouts in one. Pretty small, hard to see. We bought modern gauges, spread it all out, made it very user-friendly. Kicker got us hooked up with a waterproof radio, because this is a Roadster. Aftermarket air vents, nice new knobs, modern layout. What do you think?
I like it.
All right, man, let's put it in.
Easy. Slowly.
Good thing we had a test fit and we know it fits. Otherwise, I'd be worried.
You might want to
Worry?
worry.
You've already had it on there.
Yes. Well, we did, except for the custom air vents.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where are they hitting?
hitting this?
Yeah, they're hitting right here.
Oh, yeah, because there's a big notch there for that.
Yes, sir.
The way I see it is this. I want to delegate, go ahead and fix that.
So here's the original defrost vent. The original one in '66 was made out of cardboard. They don't make anymore. This is a '68, which they had to separate and customize and fabricate. The defrost vents are a problem. They're hitting one in the mounting bracket for the steering column. We're not getting rid of the steering column, so We're gonna cut the defrost vent, make it custom. Okay, so question, do we really need a defroster in a permanent convertible roadster? In Arizona?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, Omar, one more cut just for fun.
All right.
And after that, we're leaving it out. It's a permanent convertible, a guy lives in the desert. You know, we'll leave this one in for sure and hook it up because it's there. And honestly, that big old hose, the modern AC and the big vent, it's gonna defrost that window if you had a top on it, which it doesn't, but.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. It acted like it was gonna go right on that time.
Still hitting on this corner right here unless it needs to go your way on there.
Oh my God, and I already cut a lot of that off. All right.
Still hitting?
Still hit it. I call half of it.
All right.
All right.
I'd make it go away.
They would have just listened to me the first time.
When we come back to Oklahoma, we take a bit of an introspective look at the Bronco legacy and the people who work to keep that spirit alive for future generations. Don't go anywhere. Learn more about the Ford Bronco story in Todd Zerker's new book. Get your copy of Ford Bronco, a history of Ford's legendary 4x4 at cartechbooks.com and at popular retailers in store and online.
I think Americans just like and crave something that allows them to get out and have fun. I think Bronco is also very emblematic of the adventurous American spirit. We all love to get out to wide open spaces where other people aren't around, see new places, explore new lands. And the Bronco has always been that for us, with hunters and fishermen, families going on camping trips, explorations, and so on. And I think getting people together and doing things, whether it's going to a car show, going to a cruise, going four-wheeling together, it's again getting back to that theme of getting out. It's really a neat thing that everyone gets together in these vehicles that more or less look similar. We all know a lot about them. If something breaks down, we can help each other work on them. There's a camaraderie there, certainly. But the Bronco community is a wide-ranging group of people with a lot of different interests. I think there's a great willingness of those of us that have been around this for a long time that we want to help people, be welcoming. You know, we were all newbies at some point, and somebody came along and helped us and showed us the ropes on how to control these ponies, and we're just trying to do that for the new generations. Generally, it's a very welcoming community.
Well, should we put some seats in this thing? What do you think?
Yeah, we're ready to mount the brackets and get the seats going.
Is that leather? What is it?
This is actually vinyl because this being a 4x4 and all that, waterproof backing and all that.
Okay,
so we went with that. The texture is the same though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's beautiful. I love it. Two-tone black, chocolate.
Match everything else.
Yeah, the diamond pattern's very nice. The door panels match?
Door panels match.
All right. Scott's not only a great problem solver, but then finding the details, and you know the bottom of everything is right, the ends, the inside, the part you'll never see again is right. Now, how long did it take to make something like that?
It only takes a couple hours to sew this pattern up and then, put it in. Of course, this seat, we had to make the whole seat, not just the inserts, because it started out with that neoprene waterproof.
And this is the passenger, this is the driver?
Yes, this is the driver's seat. The passenger seat will be ready soon.
Okay. And then
but for right now, we're going to mock it up with that one.
Okay. And the back seat, door
panels? The back seat and door panels will match this.
So Scott, you already lined it up and figured out where you wanted it?
Yeah.
Even with the door off, you think it's okay?
Yeah, because I put the inner panel on, so I knew
line it up.
This one.
Okay. Kind of curious. I mean, we still double check everything, but with him, there's just a level of trust there because he takes so much pride in his work. With Scott, he just takes it to the next level. So I always want everyone to aspire to be better, and Scott's a good role model. If you want to learn how to be a tight end, you watch Jason Witten. You want to learn how to be a good auto builder, detailer, interior guy, responsible adult, watch Scott. Because Scott won't come to you and say, I don't know what to do, here's my problem. Scott will come to you and say, this happened, it was a problem, I fixed it, here's my solution. And it's done. Okay, well this is pretty good. The height's good, huh?
Height's good, feels
Put
good.
Your arm on it, on the door. All right, let's put a door on.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
There he is. What you got going on?
Hanging a door.
You want to help?
Does that require manual labor?
Yes, it does.
Well, I got things to do.
Get back here. This is yours.
It's all you.
On.
Walk in.
Walk in.
Yeah, close it. All right, hang on.
Do you know what you're doing?
How many people does it take to put a door?
How many times did it take you to put in a dash?
It was only me and Brandon put in the dashboard, and I actually needed him because, you know.
Because you need help.
Because I needed him to help me put it on.
I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm be a figment of your imagination right now. I'm not even here. I'm gone.
Okay, go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Like a glove.
Perfect.
Glove. Hang on. You're too short for that.
I got short girl problems.
It's gonna.
You want me to find it?
I got a cramp in my leg.
You're fixing to pull a calf muscle. I could see it.
Short girl problems.
I could see that one going. I was like,
Oh, that hurt.
There's still more work to do, so don't touch that remote. Still lots more brand new muscle car classic Bronco on the way.
Brand new muscle car Classic Bronco is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day on auto parts and accessories. R3 Performance Products, setting a new standard for muscle car and resto mod builds around the world. And by Scoggin Dickey Parts Center, your source for custom-built street-to-strip power.
Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma, the home of brand new muscle car. Work continues on the interior of our classic Bronco.
All right, so what are we doing next?
we're gonna do the door panels next.
Boy, I tell you what, these door panels look good. What is this color? Is this what, Java or?
Yeah, it's Java with a diamond pattern and two-tone black just to match the seats.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Thanks, man.
Now we got two different armrests here. This, if I'm not mistaken, is the original in '66.
Yeah.
What did you decide to make
This is
that
a
one or
68.
Okay.
And it's a little bigger, and it kind of gives you a little more armrest on there, and it also breaks up the panel a little bit. There's a little more of the custom look that we went with on the rest of the build. Only decision we have is where to put this. Well, we won't know until we get it on there and see the handle.
Well, I mean, I'll be setting basically my wrist up here if we do it that way. If it was back here, I could put my forearm on it.
Yeah, looks like I sewed it all in one shot. That's what I want.
As the end of the project draws near, it's time to get ready for the smaller details.
Misty.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, I need some cleaning supplies for the Bronco.
For the Bronco, how's the Bronco coming?
It looks good. Looks really good. It's dirty.
Well, let's get it cleaned up.
Okay.
And some tire
What do you
foam.
recommend? Oh, yeah. Gonna need some of that. We're really lucky to have an O'Reilly's 3 doors down, and O'Reilly's is probably our most frequently used partner. They're literally in the shop 10 times a day, bringing us everything from Bondo to paper to sandpaper to paint to clear, antifreeze, oil, spark plugs, belts, hoses. I mean, you name it, it comes from O'Reilly's. They've got it. They're right down the street. They deliver. We call them a dozen times a day, every day, and O'Reilly's really helps us keep our production going, keep our facility going. Obviously, they're big partners on this build. Everything's made better by what O'Reilly's does for us, and their people are great. They're knowledgeable. They know what they're doing, and they're always there when we call. Whether it's 7 in the morning, 5 at night, lunchtime, and boom, they bring us down the product, and they help keep things moving for us.
I got to call and order the bronze paint for the row bar.
No! What did they do?
No! The row bar is painted! Perfect.
When we last saw the roll bar, Dustin and Brandon had snuck in early one morning to surprise the rest of the crew with the bronze look. Unfortunately for Dustin, his vision didn't quite work out.
So, Wild Horses supplied us with some really cool shocks. Where is that bronze row bar that we had painted bronze?
Funny story.
Do tell.
I had to paint it black again because they decided to change the interior on us. And the chocolate and the bronze weren't copacetic.
Okay, sounds good. opinion, I think it would have looked better bronze. But, you know, I guess I kind of got overruled. Like I always say, that this is a democracy, not a dictatorship.
Going up and over.
A little further, a little further.
Boy, I'm glad that roll bar looks good black.
It looks good with the pads that they have on there, the color of the pads. It comes together with the interior, so I was pleasantly surprised, but bronze still would have been better. All right, so this is the wood floor that we're going to be putting in right here.
Yeah, that's nice.
So this is an actual wood floor that we bought that actually goes in like an old truck. So we're going to have to cut it, put the strips in.
Well, that'll look good painted black.
Yeah. Yep. You know, having us all here just gets my creative juices flowing.
We're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Next time, the finish gets finished. And we see how some of the detail work gets done by hand. Tune in next week as the brand new muscle car crew starts to bring this Bronco down the home stretch.
Hey, Dustin, how you doing?
Hey, Zach.
That's some Jerky Ghost right there, bud.
Who are these for?
I'm not sure.
I don't care.